Hello everyone, my name is Sarafi and I'm happy to meet you all. And today, there are some new leaks, and we have, for the first time, skills being leaked for two different characters that are new, which is interesting. Now, we did get two unlocks in October of last year. We had to unlock both Mimi and Mimi from Sevens and Emma Bichot from Vrains. But that was a weird situation. And more importantly, these two characters are from the same world. So this is very bizarre. But these are the leaks, so I'm happy to share them with you. Alright. We got 4 skills for Lulu and 4 skills for Ren. So, for Lulu we have this skill can only be used once per turn, twice per duel. During your main phase, shuffle 3 winged beast monsters from your graveyard into your deck, then draw 1 card. I guess we're going to get one of these for every type eventually. The Bloom of Avarice skill has seen some play in like plant pile decks, which is pretty interesting. I kind of like it. But otherwise, I'm not really sure this will be too relevant. You can play this in Harpies, I guess, but Harpies already have a card that does this. This is literally just Harpy Feather Rest. So, and Lyraless does not need this. Absolutely not. Lyraless loves having monsters in the graveyard. So, yeah, no, I don't know who's going to play this, but we'll see. Second skill, this is going to be her level 1 skill. At the start of the duel, add Lyraless Assemble Nightingale to your extra deck, and then maybe some cards to your deck. Can be used before your normal draw if your life points are 3,000 or below. One of the cards from your normal draw this turn will be a level 1 winged beast monster. Sure. Okay. The skill's second effect can be used once per turn. You can only special summon winged beast monsters, and you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except dark or wind exceeds monsters. If there is a card on your opponent's field or in your graveyard, reveal 1 rank 8 or lower winged beast monster from your extra deck. The level of each Lyraless on your field becomes the same as the rank of that monster. That is funny. Okay, so it's a skill that lets you exceed someone with Lyraless, like big, powerful monsters. Okay. Winged Beast exceeds monsters. What do we got? Let's take a look, chat. Exceeds and Winged Beast. Alright. Castell the Skyblaster Musketeer. Okay. Castell's a really good card. Detach 1, target a monster on the field and Book of Moon it, or detach 2 to shuffle it into the deck. Okay. Castell in Lyraless could be really, really solid. 4 Strix, meh. Raid Raptor, Revolution Falcon, Air Raid. You could hard make this with 3 level 6s. Target a monster you control, destroy it. Target a monster your opponent controls and destroy it. And then burn your opponent for half its life points. And then if this card is destroyed, you special summon a Revolution Falcon from your extra deck and attach this card's material. So you can play both of them. Okay, you know, that's not bad. Revolution Falcon, obviously, you make it the same way. This turn, this card can attack all monsters your opponents control once each, and then if it battles a special summon monster, that monster's attack and defense becomes 0. Okay, that's a good win condition actually for Lyraless. Satellite Cannon Falcon, this one's not going to be that great. I mean, you can destroy all your opponent's spells and traps, but its other effect requires you to have Raid Raptors in your graveyard, which you won't. So, number 49, Fortune Tune. Okay, gain 500 life points every turn. Can't be targeted by card effects, and if it would be destroyed, you could attach material from instead. That's okay. Ice Princess Zeriat. Detach 1 material. The target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. Its attack becomes 0. Okay, I like that. Rise Falcon, Blade Burner Falcon, Ice Beast Zero Fine. Detach 1 material from this card and negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent all face-up cards your opponent currently controls. And if you do, this card gains 300 attack for each card on the field. Okay, so just like a full negate. That's really interesting. And that's it. Okay. Interesting. The skill's second effect can be used once per turn. So you literally just play Lyrilusc as an engine and then just make Raidraptor monsters. That's hilarious. This is like the trace skill for Lyrilusc. I like it. I'm gonna give that a try. I'm gonna build a deck that's just Lyrilusc Raidraptors. That's very in theme, and I'm sure Magi will love this if Magi ever comes back to Duel Links. Alright. The skills... Okay, next up we have the actual Lyrilusc skill. The second and third effects can be used once per duel. You can only normal summon or special summon level 1 monsters or Lyrilusc monsters. Okay, so we have a restriction on the extra deck, which we have not had for a long time. So, fair. Reveal 1 Lyrilusc monster in your hand. Send 1 Lyrilusc monster from your deck to the graveyard. Okay, that will make you able to use your Barrel Canary. Barrel Canary, you can target a monster in your graveyard, special summon Barrel Canary, special summon the monster from your graveyard, but then you're locked into Xyz summoning for the rest of the turn. If there is a card on your opponent's field, send 1 monster from your field to the graveyard, then set 1 Lyrilusc monster from your deck to the field. Its battle position can be changed. Okay, so you can like... You'd be able to special summon like the Cobalt Sparrow, use this effect to add, and then you can send Cobalt Sparrow to the graveyard or Barrel Canary to the graveyard to set like a different monster that you wanted. I don't know how useful that's going to be. Yes, the Lyriluscs have different effects when they are attached to Xyz monster, but that's like, that doesn't really matter too much. I guess you'll probably always want to get the one that lets you prevent your monster from being destroyed by card effects. And this lets you search that. I guess. It's not really, like, this is just... I don't like these, like, trade a monster to get 1 monster abilities. It's okay. All it really encourages you to do is play Mind Control. But if you're not playing Mind Control, it's really not like a solid plan. So, alright, that's what we got. For Rin, we have this skill's second effect can be used once per duel. At the start of the duel, add Windwitch, Diamond Bell. Is her ace monster Diamond Bell? Oh, no, I think Diamond Bell is the bigger one. Hold on. Windwitch Winterbell, sorry. At the start of your duel, add Windwitch Winterbell to your deck, to your extra deck. Can be used before your normal draw if your life points are at 3,000 or below. One of the cards you draw this turn will be a Wind Spellcaster monster. That's cute. Skill's second effect can be used once per turn, twice per duel. During your main phase, shuffle 3 spellcasters from your graveyard into your deck, then draw 1 card. Are there any spellcaster decks that need recursion? There aren't really that many spellcaster decks to begin with. Magispector are pendulums, so they never go to the graveyard anyway. Gravekeepers, you can just revive them. They're like super good at reviving themselves. I can't think of any spellcaster decks. There really aren't that many. Dark Magician is like sitting in the top, but it's not really like a spellcaster deck. It's just Dark Magician. Yeah, no. I can't think of any single deck that would use this. Wind Witches don't care. Like, I mean, yeah, sure, you could shuffle, but you'd probably rather use a dedicated Wind Witch skill than this. Alright. Next up. This skill's third and fourth effects can be used once per duel. You can only normal or special summon Wind Witch monsters, spellcaster monsters, and wind tuners, excluding special summons from the extra deck. Okay, so this will allow us to play Winwitch and Speedroids. That is a very common deck. It is very common to mix Winwitch and Speedroids because Winwitch is kind of terrible. Winwitch is kind of terrible, but they do have a very good engine. So a lot of Speedroid players will put Winwitch in their decks. I've tried it. I think that pure Speedroids is slightly better, but only slightly. And it may be that if we get a really good skill for Winwitch and Speedroids, that they'll be better, because the Speedroid skill for the current Speedroid skill, Clearwing Acceleration, is not very good, and there are a lot of problems with it. So it may be that Winwitch Speedroids becomes the main way to play Speedroids. Let's see what the skill does. You can only normal or special summon Winwitch monsters, Spellcaster monsters, and Wind Tuner monsters. Your opponent receives 0 effect damage from your non-Winwitch cards or effects. Okay, so you can't burn them with other cards. I don't know why they feel they need that restriction, but fair. During your turn, you've normal summoned a level 3 or lower Winwitch monster. Return all face-up monsters on your field to the deck. What? During your turn, you've normal summoned a level 3 or lower Winwitch monster. Return all face-up monsters to your deck. Then set 2 Winwitch monsters from your deck with different levels to your field. Okay. So you summon 1 level 3, then you shuffle and you get like a 4 and a 1. Okay, hold on. What is the level 3? Freeze Bell. You can special summon this card from your hand. Once returned during your main phase, you can increase this card's level by 1. Ice Spell. If this card is normal special summon, you can inflict 500. Okay, alright. Alright. So, no, but Ice Spell you would still want to special summon. You don't want to normal summon it. This seems really bad. This seems really bad, chat. I mean, because Ice Spell is already like guaranteed synchro. I mean, I guess if you don't have Ice Spell or Glass Spell, but you just run 3 Ice Spells and 3 Glass Spells. I don't understand the problem. It's a 20-card deck. Okay. If there's a face-up Winwitch Diamond Bell on your field, you can add 1 Winwitch Blizzard Bell from your outside of your deck to your hand. Okay. Alright, so we don't even need to run Blizzard Bell. So we don't even need to run Blizzard Bell, so what's the problem? During your opponent's main phase, if you control a Winwitch monster, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard to inflict 500 damage to your opponent. Or you can also summon Winwitch Blizzard Bell without triggering. Okay, so, yeah, no, this is... I mean, I'm sure that this will be the skill that they play, because it gives you 2 units, but it doesn't seem like it's necessary. Winwitch is really, really good at getting 2 cards on the field. They're probably one of the best synchro decks from that era. So... yeah, no, I don't like this. I mean, I do like the fact that you can summon Speedroids with this, but we'll have to see what else we do. Okay, 4th skill. This skill's 3rd, 4th, and 5th effects can only be used once per duel. You can only normal summon or special summon Winwitch monsters, Spellcaster monsters, and Wind Tuners. Your opponent receives 0 effect from your non-Winwitch card effects. Shuffle 1 Winwitch Snowbell or Winwitch Chimes into your deck, in your hand into the deck to add 1 Winwitch monster from your deck to your hand. Okay, that is really good. So that literally just lets you get Ice Spell. So this is the skill we're gonna play. You play, you know, Snowbell, you play Wind Chimes, and then you play 3 Ice Spells, and you just always have Ice Spell, which is insane. If you control a face-up Winwitch Synchro monster, play 1 Winwitch Snowbell from your deck to your field. Okay, so you can literally just shuffle the Winwitch Snowbell back to your deck to grab your Ice Spell, then you get Snowbell, and then you just pop off. Return 1 tuner monster from your graveyard to your deck, then add 1 Winwitch tuner from your deck to your hand. Okay. Sure, that's fine. So Snowbell is if you control 2 or more wind monsters and no non-wind monsters, you get special summon this card from your hand, and a wind synchro monster that was summoned using this card as synchro material cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So you will try, and they also have Freezebell, which has a wind synchro monster that was summoned using this card as synchro material cannot be destroyed by battle. So you will try to make the Diamond Bell with both Freezebell and Snowbell, if possible. And then you have Diamond Bell, which is infinite damage, and it can't be destroyed by card effects or battle. Really, really solid. This skill seems fine. This skill seems a lot better than the Lyrel skill. So yeah, this Rin will probably see a lot of play, and she'll be able to play Spheroids, which is great. She can't play Terratop, which is kind of sad, but I mean, that's fair. Terratop would kind of make this deck broken, so we don't need to play Terratop in a non-Speedroid deck. Okay, other skills. Yugi is getting another skill, which is weird. You can only normal or special summon spellcasters or warrior monsters which win 100 defense points, which is Dark Magician and Gaia the Fierce Knight. Aqua monsters with 2,000 defense, which is all the Catapult Turtles, or level 5 Dragon monsters, which is all the Curse of Dragon monsters. Excluding special summons from the next deck. Play 1 Artillery Catapult Turtle from your hand or deck to your field. Which says you contribute 1 monster to special summon Gaia the Fierce Knight or a level 5 Dragon monster from your hand or deck. Okay. If you control less cards than your opponent, add 1 Polymerization from your outside your deck to your hand, then play 1 Dark Magician from outside your deck to your field in face down defense position. Its battle positions can be changed. Okay. So we literally just get Dark Magician. There's just a Dark Magician in our non-Dark Magician deck. It's just here. Why not? Okay. So I guess this is gonna be like a Gaia deck with the new Curse of Dragon cards. We have Curse of Dragon, the Cursed Dragon, which is if this card is a normal special summon, you can add 1 spell or trap from your deck that from your deck to your hand that specifically lists Gaia the Dragon Champion in its card text. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 Gaia the Dragon Champion in your monster zone, negate the effects of face-up monsters your opponent currently controls with attack less than or equal to it until the end of the turn, and you can only use each effect once per turn. And Curse of Dragon, the Magical Night Dragon, which is a warrior monster plus a level 5 or higher dragon monster. If this card is fusion summon, you can start 1 spell or trap in your graveyard that specifically lists the card Gaia the Dragon Champion in its card text and add it to your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. And if you would fusion summon a level 7 dragon monster, you can also banish monsters from your graveyard as material. So, this is basically like trying to help you play, what is it called? Spiral Fusion? Yeah, Spiral Fusion. Fusion summon 1 Dragon Fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion material. If you special summon Gaia the Dragon Champion by this effect, it gains 2,600 attack points, and it can also make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. So, they're basically giving us the rest of Gaia, which is excellent. I don't have a problem with that. Gaia is pretty good. Gaia is the first deck that I ever cogged with, so I have all the Gaia cards. I will be 100% down to play Spiral Fusion. They also have Dark Magician, the Knight of Dragon Magic, which requires Dark Magician plus a level 7 or higher dragon or warrior monster. 2,900 attack, 2,400 defense. It's a dragon, not a spellcaster. If your monster attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing. Okay, so all your monsters have piercing. Once per turn, when your monster destroys the opponent's monster of a battle, you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to the destroyed monster's original attack. So all your monsters are also Flame Wingman. If this card is destroyed, you can special summon both 1 Dark Magician and 1 Gaia the Dragon Champion from your hand, extra deck, or graveyard. Okay. You know, when the Dark Magician is free, that's a really good float effect. That's a really good float effect. You just get Gaia the Dragon Champion. We could just special summon Gaia the Dragon Champion for the next deck. Why not? That's solid. Any excuse to play the actual Gaia the Dragon Champion is incredibly based. I love it. Okay. I will play this deck. Xyz Wind Rays. Skill can only be used if your extra deck contains a Wind Xyz monster. Gain 1,500 life points at the beginning of the duel. Can be used once per turn during your main phase. Choose one face-up monster you control. You gain 300 attack until the end of the turn, and an additional 500 attack until the end of the turn if there's a Wind Xyz monster, or a Wind monster and an Xyz monster on your field and in your graveyard. So, 1500 life points, and you can give your Wind Xyz monsters 800 extra attack points. We'll probably get one of these for every Lincoln Xyz deck at some point. You would not do this with Lyrilusc. Lyrilusc does not care about attack points. Getting 800 extra attack points will not fix any of Lyrilusc's problems. Well, if you can make like a huge Nightingale, 800 attack points could actually get you lethal. Hold on a minute. Ooh, how much attack does a 3 material Lyrilusc have? A Summon Nightingale with 3 materials is 600 attack points. This would raise it to 1400. 1400 with 3 attacks. Oh, chat. Oh, hold on. So, for those of you who have not watched my Duel Links predictions video for some reason, you should. It's really good. Lyrilusc Assemble Nightingale. 2 or more level 1 monsters. This card gains 200 attack points for each Xyz material attached to it. It can attack directly, and while it has Xyz material, it can attack a number of times each battle phase up to the number of Xyz materials attached to it. So, normally, to get lethal, you have to have 5 materials. This will allow you to get lethal off of 3 materials. I take it back. This is the best Lyrilusc skill. This will get you lethal. It doesn't matter if it's not on red. We can play it on anyway. Alright. Lyrilusc will be good if they can get lethal with just 3 cards. Yeah. I'm down. I'm playing this skill. This is the skill to play. Life point boost, Synchro 8. You can only use this skill if your extra deck contains 2 or more level 8 or lower Synchro monsters. At the beginning of the duel, gain 1600 life points. During the end phase of a turn that you successfully Synchro summoned a level 8 or special summoned a level 8 or lower Synchro monster, gain 400 life points. Okay. You know, do it once, you have 2,000 more life points. That's basically the same thing as the Legend of Heroes skill without the Avermax, which no one uses anyway, so. Wind Exchange. The skill can only be used twice per duel if your deck contains at least 9 wind monsters. At the start of your main phase, place 1 card from your hand to the bottom of your deck and draw 1 card. Just any wind monsters? I thought this was like level 5 or higher that they were doing with this. That's interesting. That's a pretty solid skill to kind of like fix your hand. If you don't have like a skill that just like gives you the card that you want, this could be pretty good. This could actually be played in Speedroids, I think, because one of the problems with Speedroids is that you brick so much and there's not a skill that unbricks you. Okay, you know, I might try this with Speedroids. Synchro skill. The skill's effects can only be used once per duel. Choose one face-up monster on your field and a level between 1 and 4. It becomes that level until the end of the turn, and while it's face-up, you can only special summon synchro monsters. There is 100% going to be an FTK with this skill. Levels are the levels that they are for a reason. So, when you say that you can literally just change a monster's level to whatever you want it to be, with no restrictions other than you can only synchro summon, it will break the game. This skill will be broken. I don't know how. I don't know how. Get on it, chat. I want to see it. I want to see day 1 someone hit Cog with the most ridiculous synchro deck I've ever seen, only because they're cheating with this skill. Let's see it. Choose one face-up monster on your field and a level between 1 and 4. It becomes that level until the end of the turn, and while it is face-up on the during this turn, you can only special summon Xyz monsters. That is a lot less interesting. Xyz monsters. Xyz decks require that you're going to have monsters at the same level anyway, so this is like not nearly as interesting because synchro decks can be a lot more flexible with their levels, and so this allows you to kind of be like weird. Xyz skills, like fixing your level in an Xyz deck doesn't make any sense. You would only run monsters with the same level anyway. Now there's a skill for Time Thieves. Before anyone gets excited, Time Thieves are terrible. Time Thieves are used as like a 2-card combo for Raid Raptors in Master Duel, and that's it. Like, there's no dedicated Time Thief deck. This skill's second effect can only be used once per turn. You can only normal or special summon Time Thief monsters, excluding the special summons from the extra deck. Reveal a Time Thief startup or a psychic Time Thief monster in your hand to add 1 Time Thief startup or 1 machine type Time Thief monster from your deck to your hand. Then if there are no cards in your opponent's field, you must return 1 card from your hand to the deck. So you will more consistently be able to exceed summon with Time Thieves. Doesn't matter, Time Thieves are not interesting. Alright. And then we have a skill for Rush Duels. So Cyber Dragons are coming to Rush. Cyber Dragons are ridiculously powerful in Rush. They were around in the meta at the same time that Harpies were, and they were just as powerful as Harpies. So I expect this will be very, very fun. So get excited, chat. That means that Fusion is coming to Rush, which, you know, we knew was going to happen. So kind of an implication of what's going to happen in September. All right, that's all the leaks. My name is Serafi, and I was thrilled to have all of you with me.